Yo, yo, what's good? How's everybody? I hope you guys are doing all right, everyone. I absolutely hear. Let me go here. Give me a minute. Uh, Give me a minute. I hear an echo. Let me make sure that's good. I think I'm good. All right. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are well. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. You know how we do. All right, man. So you guys know that you see the title, right? So today we're going to talk about. Where are you? There you are. We're going to talk about Saigon. And in this live and for the next probably month, we're going to go in depth in Saigon, in all of Vietnam, in each of the cities. Okay, so hang with me. We're gonna do this. This one's gonna be probably a little bit longer because I'm gonna go in depth and most of the expat cities that where we live, right? And I'm gonna give you guys a deep dive. All right. So make sure you guys have some beverage, chill, relax, kick back, and let's get it, man. You guys know also that I'm gonna start doing some giveaways for my products, so you guys can see them. I've put a lot of work into them, and so I want to give back to you guys. All right, so only a few of you guys. All right, so in this live is going to be the kickoff of our giveaway. I'm going to give away the dating guides, and I'm going to give away the travel guides. Okay. So I'm going to pick 3 winners who are on the live right now. I'm going to pick 2 winners on the playback. All right. So those of you who are live here are not eligible for the playback ones as well, for the playback raffle. Okay. So it's going to be a total of 5. All right. So if you're live, you have a better chance. If you're on the playback, good luck. All right. So this is going to be all about Saigon, Saigon, Saigon. So how I'm going to pick my winners, you guys need to type in the comments, guide, GUIDE. All right. You need to type, if you're interested, just put it in the comment of this live right now, guide. Okay. And so if you are a subscriber, just a little nugget, you guys have a better chance. All right. I upped your odds a little bit. All right. So you don't have to be a subscriber. You don't. That's not a plug to say subscribe. Don't subscribe. Okay. Just because I'm giving a giveaway, just a little nugget. Don't subscribe just because I'm giving things away. All right. I want you to rock with my content. I want you to rock with me. Most importantly, and then you can, if you rock with me, then you can become part of the tribe. But yeah, all right. If you want, you can buy. I have free guides as well on the website. Let me show you guys before we kick off where you can get your guides. And bear with me. Let me share my screen right here. Okay. If you are interested in moving to Vietnam, I started a website. If you don't know, it's right here. You can just scan that and it'll take you to this website. Okay. And this is my personal website. I control it. So I took a lot of time to really put a lot of the questions you've been asking me. I built a website. All right. So as you can see, this is the resource tab. So you can go through these resources and you can basically form your plan. Okay. So this website is supposed to be interactive for you. Okay. I put a bunch of information on there of my 6 years of experience and now being married here as well. All right. So if you want any of the guides, you go to the relocation guide here. Okay. And then here's the guide for the travel guides and then dating guides as well. All right. And you can go through all of this stuff. Okay. It's all me. All right. So that's my little gift to you guys. All right. So if you have any questions, you go onto my page on my YouTube channel. and you're asking all kinds of different questions, well, go here first before you message me, and it'll answer your question. Okay. And if it doesn't answer your question, then go ahead and contact me. All right. And you can obviously book a consultation directly from the site. All right. This thing has a wealth of information. Okay. And just check it out. All right. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into this, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me check and make sure. All right. I see. So just to let you know, so if you ask, how do I pick my winners? Well, I do have an app, or I guess it's like a bot. It's called Nightbot. So once you type in guide, GUIDE, in the comment section, I can see it on the back end. I'm looking at it right now. You guys obviously can't see it, but it'll track who's a subscriber, and it'll track who actually typed in guide. All right. So far I see AD is the only one who typed in guide, who's in here. All right. So AD, if you're the only one, you're the winner. All right. So good luck to everyone. All right. So I appreciate you guys being along the ride with me. I hope you guys have had a blessed week. Let's get into it though. Let me put up my handy dandy PDF for you and get this out of the way. Excuse me, not this one. Okay. All right, man. So again, next week, I'm going to talk about Hanoi. Okay. The week after that, Da Nang. The week after that, I'm going to talk about, you're going to be the one who's going to vote. Okay. On that one. Okay. So these next three lives are going to be specifically, you guys have asked a lot of questions. And so again, I'm the man for the answer. So if I can show you guys exactly where your plan is, if this can help you, this is supposed to help you build a plan and an area. Okay. I know I talk a lot about make sure you have a plan here, make sure that you are specific to what region, and specific to inside that region, which city do you want to live in. And so and then on top of that, it's like you got to get into in depth. All right. So what neighborhood? So we're going to do that here. Okay. Hopefully at the end of this live, Saigon, you'll understand Saigon more and a lot better. Okay. And so use this live as a resource, even though it's going to be long. Okay. I'll put some on the playback for you. I will put some chapters for you guys. Okay. So you guys can just click and then go to that section. All right. So forgive my voice. All right. So let's get into it. Again, I don't want you guys to pick. I want you guys to not pick a district based on its nightlife. Okay. Now, if that is good for you, all right. So based on, and number one, based on nightlife, based on hype, and based on the apartment photos. Okay. That's a big no-no here. Okay. Nightlife, Saigon is that's it. Saigon has nightlife. Okay. And again, specifically, this live is all about Saigon. So in the comments, I'm not talking about all of Vietnam. This is specific to Saigon. Okay. So if and this is what I did. Okay. If I am you, I'm going to pick my neighborhood based, or at least my district, based on the characteristics of the district. Okay. Not the hype. Okay. Hype meaning it's expensive. It has luxury. People are YouTubers are making videos about thus, Tao Dien, D7. I'm gonna get into it here. Okay. So hang with me. All right. And then 2, match your area to budget. Commute, if you're going to work here. Dating life, that doesn't matter, but it matters. Okay. If your girl is on the girl you're dating or guy is on the other side of town, meaning D7 to Tanbin, okay, Tanbinh, Tanbin. Okay. So if you're on the other side of town, that's easily a 45-minute drive, crossing through the half the city. Okay, easy, easy. Okay, if it's mad traffic, you're gonna spend about 40 minutes on easy. Okay, and it doesn't on the map. It doesn't look like it's far, but it is far. Okay, so commute here is everything. Okay, me and my wife moved closer to my job that I had, um, because I didn't want to do a 30-minute commute as opposed to a 10-minute commute. Okay. So that matters. If you're going to work here, live closer to where you live in the district where your headquarters is at, or where your school or your job's at. Okay. Just a little nugget. All right. Hang with me now. 3. So this is going to be episode 1 of our new city series. Okay. Hanoi's going to be next. Then I said Da Nang. All right. And again, just last reminder, there's going to be three winners today, right here on live. So make sure you type guide, GUIDE, in the comment section if you want to get in on it. All right. All right. Let's get into this, man. So this is going to be the run. Okay. So series, obviously I just did our series. Number 1. So small I can't even see it. Number 2, we're gonna do the big. Number 1 is the biggest mistakes men make. Number 2, we're gonna do a deep dive in District 1. 3 is gonna be District 2 and Tao Dien. After that, we're gonna do District 3 and Phu Nhon. Again, this is where expats live. Okay, primarily. Then we're going to do Ben Thanh. After that, District 7. After that, Chuduk. And then after that, we're going to talk about rent, what the reality is right now on the ground today, and who should live where, right? And then after that, I'll do a Hanoi preview, okay? And then answer your questions along the way, okay? So I'm not going to talk about District 9 because District 9 is primarily local area. Yes, there are expats that are going there, but it's something that's brand new. Okay. A lot of them going to move out in a year. Okay. So I'm talking about established expat districts in Ho Chi Minh City, not new ones. Okay. All right, man, let's get into it. So, again, I already told you guys, but if you guys are just joining us, there's going to be 3 winners picked on live, 2 on the back, on the playback. Okay. So just type in guide, GUIDE. Okay. And I'm tracking that. So let's keep it moving. All right, let's talk about the biggest mistakes, the biggest mistakes men make. All right. So let me just make sure everything is smooth. All right. I see it. I see you. All right. So when you move here, I'm going to just set this. I'm going to set the framework here. So when you move here, I see a lot of YouTubers saying different things, right? What is your personality? What I ask my clients first is, what is your lifestyle? That's number 1. Do you want to live near a lot of expats? Do you want to live near locals? Do you want kind of a mix? What do you want to do? What's your lifestyle? Second, I'm going to ask, are you seeing someone? And so based on that, if they usually they live outside of Ho Chi Minh City. They live outside, their partners do. And so so why I ask that is, are they going to live with you? Or are they not going to live with you? These are questions that you have to ask, because each building will allow or won't allow if you're not married. All right. So it's getting a lot harder to live here in Vietnam. Like, people aren't being honest with you guys. Like, if you're not married, like, they're starting to look at, hey man, you need a marriage certificate. if you're going to live together. Now, she can come over. That's cool. It's your apartment. She can visit you, but some buildings are more strict than others. Okay. So it just depends on your management. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. So many men, when they come here, they choose based on like a weekend. All right. Their weekend life or like their weekday life. All right. For me, I would choose your weekday life. What is it going to look like to you? Now, if you don't have a job here, then I mean, what are you going to do? Do something. I'll say do something. Okay. But the biggest mistake is that men come here and don't do anything. Don't make that mistake. Like, oh, okay, obviously, if you're retired, that's something different. I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying that if you're able-bodied and you're actually able to work, do something. All right. Whether it's from back home or whether it's here, just do something because this place will get boring real fast. All right. So Monday through Friday, it matters. Don't pick your lifestyle based on what I'm going to do on the weekends. Okay. Your Monday through Friday. It's like what I would say is, can you work? Work. If you can, I would ask if you're going to work, then ask yourself, is the commute painful? How long is the commute going to be? Traffic is everything here. If someone tells you it's not, well, they're lying to you. What I would be asking is the neighborhood where I live noisy? Excuse me, what I'd be asking myself, and what I do ask myself is the apartment isolated? So what I mean by that is, if it's in a building, is it in the corner? Is it in individual corners, right? So is it at the end or is it in between apartments? This stuff matters, right? And you don't understand that because the reason why that matters is, and I'm going deep today. Okay. I'm going to go deep for you guys. So just hang with me now. All right. I'm going to go deep with you. This is the things I talk to my clients when we have our consultation. So these are things I ask. All right. And the reason why I ask about, is it isolated, is because noise. Vietnam is noisy. Your neighbors, noisy. And potentially could be noisy. Okay. No one tells you on a Sunday or Saturday at 5 p.m. that karaoke goes on every single Saturday, every single Sunday, right? But of course, you're checking out the apartment on a Tuesday. So you don't know these things and so that's why I say go back and forth. Check it out in the daytime, check it out in the evening. Okay. And if I were you, if you have some time, I would do it a couple days just to check out the neighborhood at night is when you need to check it out. All right. So another big mistake that guys make, booking and paying, actually transferring money to a Vietnamese agent or a landlord or whatever when you're in your home country. Don't ever do that. Like, don't ever exchange money. I don't give a damn if they say they need a deposit. Be willing to walk away. All right. No good landlord, no good agent is ever going to ask you for any money. I promise you that. Okay. If they're asking you for money, walk away. Period. If you're here and they're asking you for money, okay. All right. Because if you've seen it, you've met the owners. Sometimes you'll meet the landlords. Sometimes you won't. But don't give money. Okay. You need to sign something first. Generally, when you're there, when you're signing stuff, the landlord's gonna come. They're gonna come and sign the contract with you because it's not the contract. You never should sign a contract with the agent, the real estate agent. Never. You should always sign a contract direct with the landlord. I don't know. People aren't saying this on YouTube. I'm just saying. That's a little nugget for you guys. Always sign and give deposit directly to your landlord, who you're going to see or who you're going to pay every month. Don't give any money to the real estate agent. Their money comes from your money from the landlord. Okay? Never, 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 never give your agent money. Okay? I did a live. If you go back maybe 2 months ago, I did a live specifically about agents. I talked about every different type of agent that's here and what their kickbacks are, blah, 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 blah. Go check it out. All right. It's on my live. All right. So again, then another big thing is they see apartment photos online and then they're like, oh, I got to have it. And then they call the agent, get in contact with them. And then they're like, hey man, I don't care. I'm moving there in like 2 weeks. I'll hold the deposit. I'll hold the apartment and I'll pay a deposit right now. And then, of course, I mean, who wouldn't be like, yeah, sure, I'll take the money, right? If you're a bad person, okay, if you have bad intentions, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't take the money, right? And specifically here, everyone needs money, everyone. So be careful, okay? Look at it, call, schedule. That's it. And if they rent it to someone else, be willing to walk away and look for another one. That's generally how it's going to go. They want you to buy fast. Don't do it. Okay. So number 2, apartments, your apartment photos, don't fall for the little bait and switch. Okay. Just saying. 3, where other foreigners live may not fit your budget, your personality, or your long-term goals. So keep that in mind that your goals are going to be different than my goals. Okay. So we're all doing this whole thing different. So just be mindful of that. Okay. If you want to live in another around a bunch of foreigners, then cool, right? That would be a Tao Dien. Okay. But if you want to live near locals, just be aware that you'll have isolation regardless. Okay. It's up to you to fill your time wisely. Okay. 4, your district should match work, dating, gym, food, commute, quiet, and your real weekday routine. It's true. All right. Pick a district. All right. Pick a district based on that, not based on your nightlife. Okay. What am I going to do on the weekends? Okay. Grabs don't cost so much here. So they're really affordable. You can just take a grab to D1 and have a good time. All right. It is really beneficial to live in a district that offers everything. Not all districts are created equal. And as this live moves on, you're going to see just that. Okay. And then the last one, the wrong area can make Saigon feel harder than it really is. And that is the truth. Okay. If you're a person that comes from, you've never had to worry about nothing, right? Food's good. All your needs are met. Okay. And over exceed. And you come to Vietnam, understand the expectation is going to be a lot less. Okay. So your expectation should be a lot less. But if you really do pick a local area and you're not good with being kind of left alone, then and you kind of need that English interaction, honestly, I would go to like a Tao Dien, or I'd go to like a District 1 where you can be around a bunch of us foreigners and then have a good time. But other than that, if you're a person like myself who's flexible and is cool being on his own and who's cool, I have a wife, so it's different. But even before her, I lived in local areas and I was really cool. I was cool with it. So you just gotta understand that if you live in a terrible neighborhood, it's gonna make your experience here in Saigon feel trash. Okay, and that's what goes on with a lot of people. All right, so let's, obviously we're gonna start with the biggest one, and this is District 1. All right, District 1 is where everyone knows District 1. This is where Boy Vien is. This is where everything. This is the heartbeat of Saigon. Okay, and so let me show you, and let me give you some history about Saigon. But first, uh, who Saigon is good for, who District 1 is good for. All right. Obviously, first timers. You first timers, this is where I see 95% of all foreigners. Okay. Travelers. Okay. Little hint. Excuse me. It's morning here, so I'm still drinking coffee. Most people, most expats live not in D1. Okay. I'll just be honest. So I hardly go to D1, to be honest. And only because you guys come, you want to meet me. And so I go to D1, show you guys around and whatever. Go have a coffee with you guys, eat, break bread, and then I'm gone. All right. I live the next district over, District 3. And I'm not far. I'm literally 5 minutes away from District 1, walking. Like, not even. I can walk across, about 5 minutes away from District 1 walking. But District 1's massive, okay? Where Boy Viena is, and where 99% of all tourists is one little area of District 1. It's just one tiny area of District 1. I'm going to show you guys, all right? Bear with me here. Let me remove this, and let me share my screen with you. And let's get into some maps here. Let me show you. Let me make sure you guys are seeing this. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're talking about District 1, okay? And let me see if I can district. Let me see, D1. Let me see if that'll pull it up. Okay. Well, anyways, I want to give you guys the outline of it, but it's kind of like, let me see if this gave me one. I'm looking for this map. I thought I had one for you, but I didn't. Yeah, I do actually. Let me just make sure this is not the best map. Ugh, it's disgusting. Okay. Anyways, let's go like this. District 1. No. District 1. Let me move this out of your way. Let me get this. Yeah, get out of my way. Okay, District 1, sorry guys, is right here. So I thought they had, yeah, District 1's right here. So just follow this canal right here. Let me get a little closer. So follow this canal right here. Okay. So on this side of the canal is District 1. This is where all you guys come and hang out right here, District 1. Okay. Right across this canal is District 3. Okay. And this is where I live. I live over here near the canal. Okay. So this area, like District 3 is massive. So it's like huge. So this is District 3. But we're on District 1. So this is District 1. Okay. Right here. This is where 99% of you guys hang out. Okay. Right here. All right. So let me see. Let me come back. And I wish I could share. Can I? Okay, I'll go like this. So this is where majority of you guys are going to be. Okay. So this is where all the nightlife is. Most of the foreigners are going to be hanging out here. This is where majority of the international food's going to be. International hotels are going to be. This is where the walking streets are. Obviously, this is where a lot of people meet up. okay? Because this is District 1, right? And again, this is where majority of you guys stay, okay? It's easy, it's central, so forth and so on. If I'm you, and again, remember, we're living here. We're not talking about traveling here. So District 1 is, if you're going to live here, I would think twice about how quiet it is, okay? Number one, think about how quiet it is. Think about your routine. Now, in District 1, it's going to be cool, but it's really costly. All right. If you're trying to save money, forget about it. Now, there are some areas in District 1 where you can save money, but that's going to be on the outskirts of District 1. So when you're transitioning into another district, like on the border, that's where you'll probably find better deals, okay? More local deals, all right? But in District 1, it's the most expensive area in all of Vietnam, okay? So if you're trying to save money, forget about it, okay? And again, us expats, we don't live in District 1 because number 3, when you have a bunch of tourists transitioning in and out of a city, in and out, it really drains your energy. All right. So understand that Saigon is full of energy 24 hours a day. So it doesn't, I mean, it's good. That's good. But then it's also, if you're an expat and you got shit to do, it's like, bro, I do not want to live. But if you're an expat who specifically moves to District 1, you're probably going to be okay with all the noise and the traffic. But once you get here and you live here and you realize it's more expensive, it's smaller apartments, unless you go and you go into the 20 million, 500, 1,000, 1,000 or more USD in the apartments. Those are the nicer ones, okay? But as far as everything else, it's going to be pretty small, okay? Smaller than other districts we're going to talk about. All right. And so in the last point, think twice. If you're going to be an expat and you're going to move to District 1, the last one, you will work from, if you work from home and you need some calm, good luck. Because District 1, no matter where you're at, it's vibing. Like, it's never quiet in District 1. Okay. So think twice. Okay. Again, if you are before we move into the next one and we talk about District 2 and Tao Dien, I want to just kind of give you guys a reminder. If you guys want to get into the giveaway, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to give my first dating guide or travel guide away. Okay, you can pick. All right, so just type guides, GUIDES, guides or guide, whatever. Just write guide, okay? GUIDE in the comment section, and hopefully you win. All right, man. So I see some comments. Let me shout some people out real quick. My boy AD says, good morning, AD. He says, morning, KT. Hope most things are well with you. Yes, most things are well. Yes. All right. Shout out to you, AD. Thank you for that, brother. You said, guide, that's exactly what you need to do. If you want to get in the giveaway, I'm giving 3 away live. All you have to do is just put guide, just like AD did. All right. All right. Appreciate you, AD. Let me get this out of the way so I can actually see better. All right. Andre, my man Andre, shout out to you, brother. Says, what's good? What's good, brother? All good. He says, Andre says, my visa just got approved. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Well, you'll be here in October. Shout out to you, Andre. Shout out to you, my brother. I can't wait to see, can't wait to meet you, my man. Make sure you hit me up, all right? Let's see. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate it, Andre. My boy K-Dog. What's up, man? Long time no see, man. Miss your comments. He says, I miss you, of course. He says, hi, KT. Is your boy from California? Who? What boy? I got a bunch of boys, all right? So, yes. What's up, man? It's good to see you, bro. Okay. I don't know what that is, but that's my bot. So if you guys are spamming guide, it's gonna get this warning. All right, K-Dog, don't spam now. All right. Trina Morrison says, Trina, what's up, girl? Shout out to you. All right. What's up, girl? Trina says, hi, Kevin. Hi, Trina. Love you. Love you. Hope you're doing great. Thank you for support. Appreciate you. Life is says, what's up, KT? Hello, KT. How are you? Good, man. How are you? All right. Hey, I see your comments. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You're fully engaged. I love it. Thanks for the comment. Trina says, love this channel. Here to support. Love you. Trina's a dear friend of mine. We grew up together. So much love, much love. All right. Thank you, Trina. Life is says guide. Okay. Shout out. KT, give Trina says, KT, give me that shout out. Love you, Trina. Love you. That's great. I love it. Yay. I love you more. Oh, you're so great. Tell the fam bam I say hi. All right. We go way black. We go way black. I mean, way back, way back. All right. So I'm gonna go through one more. Thank you everyone for the comments. Keep them coming. All right. I'm gonna go. I'll give you guys 2 more minutes and then I'll pull the first one. All right. So let's get into the next segment and we're gonna talk about District 2. All right. District 2 and Tao Dien. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to District 1 and we're gonna head up. We're gonna head a little bit up north. This is northeast, a little north, slight northeast, and this is District 2 right here. If you can see my cursor, all right, District 2. Let me just kind of pull it over here. District 2, and this is Tao Dien. Okay, so Tao Dien is just a small little area of, and this is like expat area. Okay, so this is where the high ballers, the rollers, the high income earners, they live here. Okay, and if you live here now, this place is split into two. Okay, now the funny thing about this is that I think it ends literally right here, somewhere like right around here is where Tao Dien finishes. Excuse me. Yeah. Tao Dien, it finishes like right here. Now where the expats live is like right here. Let me get out of the way. Like, come on now. Right. Let me go closer. So it's like right here. Okay. Like just this little area. But however, in this area, there's everything. Okay. Everything you could ever want is in Tao Dien. Okay. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of info, and I just don't know. Okay, so everything is in Tao Dien. Okay. Again, this is where you're going to have majority of your high end, all of your amenities, everything you could want is going to be here. Okay, so let me get back to you guys and go here. Yes, perfecto. All right, so we're in Tao Dien. All right, Tao Dien and District 2. There's two different sides, as you saw. The little tiny side was the expat area, and that's where they jam pack everything. Okay, this is where you play pickleball. This is where you hang out with your friends. You talk about, this is the California life. Yeah, this is where you like your San Diego life, Southern California. Okay, you're gonna have excluding the beaches, okay, and the Mexican food, but this is where you're gonna have a good lifestyle, but you're gonna pay. Okay, number one, this is a good fit for expats if you want cafes, Western style cafes, Western style gyms, Western food, and it's easier to adjust here. Okay, so if you're gonna move here, now remind you, this is one of the most expensive areas to live. All of these areas I'm gonna talk about are pretty medium to high. Okay. You can find little nuggets, of course, but you must have a real estate agent who knows what the F they're talking about. Okay. If you need one, hit me up. I know a ton. Okay. I'll shoot you over one. All right. Number two, Tao Dien and District 2. This is where a lot of the remote workers, like if you guys are, if a lot of the remote workers are working in the States, the US, working in Europe, working anywhere abroad as a remote worker, you're probably going to live here because you're making really good money here. And you don't have to live in a local area. Okay. Not saying that a local area is bad. It's not, but it depends on what area. Will be a lie. All right. But majority of the local workers, a lot of the families, couples, you guys live in Tao Dien. You guys live in District 2. And I can only say it's because of the amenities, to be honest. It's westernized. They built it up to be Western. So you fly here, Ho Chi Minh, you go live in Tao Dien, like Steven from Philippines in Full Effect. Him and Bea, they live in Tao Dien. All right, they have amenities. And if you go check out our last video, it's the last video on my channel. He talks about it in his interview. Okay, but yeah, Tao Dien is cool. All right, I'm not going to even front. It's really nice. Okay, but it's like you're paying Western prices as far as rent and everything else in Vietnam. To me, that's crazy. It's just crazy. All right. I understand. I get it, but it's crazy to me. All right. So again, people who typically live in Tao Dien are going to be the expats who work here, and they either work in international schools, they either they're either remote workers, retirees who are just balling, all right, making good money. Usually families, because the schools over there are really good, and it's more of a Western style lifestyle over there. Okay, and then again, three, they generally speak pretty good English there. So anywhere you go, you in Tao Dien in D2 in that little bubble, you're generally gonna not have a problem with speaking English. You can acclimate pretty fast. And actually, Tao Dien and District 2, they don't even feel like Vietnam. You could close your eyes, open them really fast, and be like, huh, this is not Vietnam. Okay, it doesn't feel like Vietnam. Outside, once you get outside, you're like, I'm back, But in Tao Dien, no. And if you didn't know, it's probably it's probably about 25 minutes away from District 1. They look like right next door, but remember, I went up and I went east, right? And so it's about 25 minutes drive to get back down to Central. So it's off in the cut. It's off in the cut. So you gotta, if you guys don't know what a cut is, it's in the side section. It's away from everything. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so again, if you're gonna commute, if you work, a lot of teachers, they live in Tao Dien, and then they work in Central, or all over. There's everywhere. Okay, so you could generally live in District 2 and then spend an hour commute trying to get at rush hour, get back to District 1. It's crazy. So that's one of the reasons why I don't live in District 2. All right. So again, apartments are going to be bigger. They're going to be more expensive, way more expensive. We're talking about 20 million to probably like minimum 15 million to like 50, 100 million. Yeah, these are where the affluent live. Okay, but if you are an expat and you are gonna move here, and this is your first time moving to Saigon, man, I wouldn't move here if you're trying to save money. I would, excuse me, I wouldn't move to Tao Dien if you're trying to save money. It's one of the most expensive districts. And now again, there's two sides to District 2, right? Tao Dien is the expat area, okay? But there's the local areas. So you can theoretically live in District 2 and live on the local side. But again, mind you, it's the local side of District 2. There's still decent apartments there, and they'll be half the price. Seriously, half the price, just living on the other side. But if you want all the amenities, you want to live in there, you want to stay there, you want to walk, you want to take the elevator down from your apartment and walk your dog and do all the little cutesy stuff, go to the cafe and all that good stuff, that's going to cost you about 20 million every month. All right. So just understand that if who Tao Dien in District 2 is not for, is someone who's budget conscious. This place is the complete opposite. Okay. Two, if you want more local immersion. All right. It's going to be hard pressed living in District 2. Well, again, if you live in the local area of District 2, that won't be a problem. Okay. But if you live in Tao Dien, you're going to be talking with majority, 95% of your time, foreigners from other areas, countries and stuff. Okay. Keep it in mind. All right. Number 3, lifestyle creep is a huge concern. Okay. So here, because everything is so available, all right, you want to go out, there's going to be someone out there. There's going to be multiple people out there every night in Tao Dien having a good time, drinking, doing other stuff. If you have a problem and an issue with drinking and other stuff, then Tao Dien probably won't be a good area for you. Okay. Everything is more expensive, but on top of that, everything's available for you. Okay. If you get my drift. Okay. Be careful. All right. And the last one, if you don't want to be in an expat bubble, all right, this is the reason why I'm doing these lives for you guys and breaking these areas down, is because there are foreigners who don't want to, like me. I don't want to live in an expat bubble. Even though I did when I lived in Hanoi, that was because before I lived in Hanoi, I lived in a small area, like a tier 3 city. And I came from isolation, and so I wanted to get back some local, or I wanted to hang out again. So that's why I lived in there. Here, I don't live in an expat bubble, specifically because I lived in an expat bubble in Hanoi, and now I didn't want to do it again, and I won't do it again. That's all. All right. So if you don't want to be in an expat bubble, don't move to Tao Dien. Okay. Everything else I said. I like Tao Dien. I think Tao Dien is really cool, but again, it's just hella expensive. My God. So let me remove this, and I see some comments. Chill out. Hello, chill out. Salute to you. Chill out says, enjoyed your Web Nation relocation video. Very down to earth, excuse me. Seen a few other videos of yours that were informative. However, your video with Army Guy turned me off. Don't know him, but his eyes convey evil. Okay. Chill out says, I lived in Hue, Vietnam, 2014, teaching ESL for a year. Lived in a 3-floor house, a new 3-floor house, 350 USD with a roommate. We split the rent. Yeah. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Let me go back up to this one, the comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. As far as the video with Army, okay, I get it. Not everybody's gonna like it. I get it. But I appreciate you. Yeah, I really do try to bring and give you guys a lot of boots on the ground information. No fluff. just straight information and give you some game. All right. So I hope that, there's more positive than there is, I hope that video didn't turn you off to the channel. Okay. I appreciate you being here though. All right. And then as far as this comment, yes, how was living in Hue? I've been very curious about living in Hue. It's different now, but yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Chill Out. Appreciate you. All right. And let's get to the first winner here. Let's see. Again, if you want to be involved, all you have to do is type guide, GUIDE, in the comment section, and I'm going to pick my first winner. Let's see here. All right, all I have are 2 people so far. So, okay, that's okay. So far, I'll give you guys 1 more minute. And those of you who are live, if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away 3, either my premium travel guides or 2026 travel guides, or any one of the 4 dating guides premium. I'm giving them away. Okay, I'm giving them away to 3 winners live who are on this chat right now, on this live, and then 2 winners on the playback. All right, all you gotta do is type guide, GUIDE, in the comment section. All right. And I'll wait 1 more minute because there's only 2 of you. So once I hit choose a winner, then it's going to pick someone. So if you want to get in now. All right. Okay. So let's go here. Let me see where I'm at. Okay. Life is. I see a comment. Thank you, brother. Life is says, what genre of music are popular in Vietnam? Are there any jazz clubs or jazz festivals in Vietnam? Yes. Yes, there are. And let me go here and I'll show you. Jazz club. Jazz club. All right, so okay, so I wonder if this is the one I went to. No, that's let me type in jazz. I know there's one I went to here. I just forget what it's called. So there is a jazz club. I thought it was a jazz club. That's weird. I thought it was called jazz something. There is, and if I can't find it here, let's see. That's a hotel. Yeah, I think this is it right here. No, what? Yes, there is. There is. I just need to find it. I don't know why it's. Okay, a lot of things are changing here, man. Really, but there is. There really is. I actually went to one. I just don't know why it's not here. Maybe they closed down or not. But yes, there generally is. And also, I'll also say that the jazz community is actually growing from what I've been hearing. A lot of people have been asking me about the jazz community, but yeah, recently. I gotta find some. I'll find some information out for you. All right, and then you said what genres of music are popular. So I don't really follow a lot of Vietnamese actual local. So I'm not. I like some Vietnamese music. I like the beats and stuff, and I like the more modern Vietnamese music. But I don't know about the genre stuff. But I know the hip hop has just come out in the last 5 years. Like probably, I'll say 10 years max. Hip hop is, but within the last few years, it's really like went like this now for hip hop. So if you're a hip hopper, you're a person who likes hip hop or who's rapper or whatever, you should come out here and blow up, because yeah, you blow up out here big. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about the genres, but yeah. Hopefully that answered. Yeah, just look it up online for the jazz clubs. But yes, I'm not necessarily sure about the festivals. I don't think there is. It's not that popular here. I know there's jazz clubs because I've been sitting. I sat there. This was a couple years ago. I'm not sure. I know they were open. I might be just typing in something different, but I had drinks there a few times, so I know that it exists. Okay, appreciate it. My boy B says, "Guide, love it, love it." All right, let me see how many people signed up here, and I'm just gonna pick one right now. Okay, so I have 3. Okay, all right. So let's pick a winner, and the winner out of 3 is Life Is. Congratulations. All right, Life, my boy Life. So all you have to do is just message me send me an email, and I will send you what. Tell me what you want. Do you want a travel guide? There you go. And there it is right there. And the winner, congratulations, Life Is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go. All right. So you just let me know. You can let me know now. You can email me, Kevin T, and I'll put it right here. Email me on my email, Kevin T at excuse me, everyone. All right, I think that should do it. Nope. I knew it. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. So just message me here, Kevin T, Story KT, and I will, again, I have 2 more winners here. All right, so get it in. It's not the last one. Life, let me know if you want a travel guide or if you want one of the dating guides. All right, and then let me know if you want the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, or the 50s, and then I'll send that over to you. All right, email me though. All right, congratulations. Let's keep it moving. Live. Ooh, 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 ooh. Again, if you want to get in the giveaway, just type guide in this chat right now. I have 2 more winners. All right, and I'll do another one in about 30 minutes. Probably about 20 about 30 minutes at 12. All right. So we talked about District 1. We talked about District 2 and Tao Dien. All right. So now let's talk about the district I live in. Okay. District 3 and Phu Nun. Okay. You say it from here. I'm going to say it quick for you, but it's really hard to say it really slow. Okay. Nun. Okay. And I know I'm terrible at saying this. Okay. So I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's how I know it. Okay. Funyun. Okay. You say it from right here. Okay. District 3, District, and District Funyun. Okay, we just say PH. Okay, and those districts, again, we're going to follow. So this is District 1. Okay, District 1. This up here is Tao Dien. Okay, now we're talking about District 3 and Funyun. Okay, and this is right from here. And I know I'm going to get it wrong, okay? Because there's so many little streets. But let me go in a little bit. It starts, so it's on the other side, okay? It's on the other side. This is District 3. And Funyun is like, so District 3, and this is Funyun right here. All of this, okay? It goes like even down into here. Okay, so District 3 is like this, and it's hard to get them to map them correctly because they cross each other. Okay, when you live here, you'll understand that you're driving on one road, and on one side you look to the right, that's District 3, and on the other side that's Funyun. Okay, so they cross each other all the time. Okay. And so this general area is going to be District 3 and Funyun right here. Okay. All right. And so these districts are pretty awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is where you start getting bang for your buck. Okay. And this is where you start winning, because District 3 is so massive that half of District 3 is in or excuse me, part of District 3 is in downtown. Okay. And so the downtown area consists of District 1 and District 3. Okay. And then parts of District 10, parts of District 5. So it's on the outside. Okay. So the majority of downtown consists of District 3 and D1, District 1. Okay. But Funyun is a local area that's kind of a mix between locals and foreigners. And this place, Funyun, is literally 2 minutes away from me. It is excellent. Funyun is excellent. And the reason why I say that is because Funyun is one of those districts where the apartments are really decent. And I'm going to talk about Funyun first, because the apartments there are pretty decent and the price is excellent. Okay. And the proximity to downtown, but to D1 it's next door generally. And so, and they have a really good food street. They have really good food streets. Okay. In every district. Okay. But Funyun, their food street is fire. Okay. And they have a bunch of just random boutiques and stuff in Funyun. Funyun is one of those districts where they're really investing heavily in money so that they can raise the prices up in Funyun. Right now, you can get a good deal in both these areas, District 3 and District Funyun, PH. I'm gonna just say PH. Okay, where I live I live on the canal. Okay, and all around here are established properties. Okay. Majority of my neighbors, if not 99% of them, they all own their homes. And they've been owning their homes for generations. Okay. So I live in a very established neighborhood in District 3. Okay. These are established neighborhoods. Most of District 3, most of Funyun, D1, these are established neighborhoods. Okay. And so, again, if you're going to move here for the first time as an expat, District 3 and PH, Funyun, is going to be the benefit is central access. All right. You have a lot more local experience, daily life, and you have a lot of international cuisine and international standards here, okay, as well, in District 3 and in Funyun, okay? If not, they're rising as well, okay, in these districts. There's a ton of food in these districts, ton of food, okay? Real local food in these districts, okay? As well as you're gonna have your international brands in these two districts, for sure, okay? But what I see in PH, Funyun, is I see a lot of like Korean brands. I see a lot of Chinese brands. So Asian brands I see in more of these areas, especially in the food streets of Funyun, for sure. Okay. You have coffee shops. I mean, this place is filled with coffee shops. Literally, I walk outside when I walk my dog on the canal or around the canal. I can see 5 just walking outside, literally coffee shops. All right. District 3 is like the local area. It's chill. It's way calmer than District 1 next door. Way calmer. And the prices are excellent. I recommend, if you're going to look in District 3, look in Funyun. This is where you start to get a great value versus local and international, okay? As well as the price is fire, okay? Tons of teachers live here. Tons of remote workers come here. Actually, I'm not even going to say tons. District 3 is known Phu Nhon is not known. Okay. So again, District 3 is already established. Like District 3 is old school. We know this. Okay. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. District 1, District 3, it's like the same. Okay. Phu Nhon is not known. It's next to District 3. It's next to District 3. And so District 3, Phu Nhon is more, it's known for locals. But because their proximity to downtown or District 1 and 3, it's perfect. And their district has a lot more things to do than I would say where I live. Okay, as far as that, and it's practical for it. So if you work central, you are central. Okay, that's generally where you're going to want to live, is central, not District 2 because it's a little bit far. Generally, you're going to want to stay around District 1, District 3, and Phu Nhon. Okay, and then obviously there's a lot more balance here than there is flash. All right, if you are going to move here to District 3 and Phu Nhon, I would think twice about this. Okay, if you need those luxury towers and you need huge layouts. Okay, now remember, you'll have better apartments here, but they're going to be either medium size or on the smaller end. For a District 3, Phu Nhon, kind of similar as well. Okay, but you're going to get more bang for your buck here. Okay, again, my house it's a 4-story house, and it's on the smaller end of a house. Okay, and so I like it, but again, the first thing me and my wife said was it's a little bit smaller than we like. That's what you're gonna get when you're here. Okay, but the price is gonna be fire, and the location's fire. So you can't beat that. Okay. Again, if you do need those luxury towers, they're not here. Okay, they don't have any towers here, for the most part. Okay, actually, where you can live. If you need a nightlife, if you need the nightlife literally right outside your front door, that's not District 3. Parts of Phu Nhon, parts of District 3, that is the case. But for majority of District 3 and for Phu Nhon, it's not the case. Okay, these are local areas that mixed in with foreigners. Okay, so it's not a D1 where you're gonna walk outside walk outside your place and there it is. Okay, there's your favorite bar, your favorite food. Okay, food maybe, but bar and nightlife, all that's going to cost you. That's in the real downtown, and that's going to cost you 40-50 million. Okay, if majority of the people who live in District 3, they don't have a nightlife right outside their door. Now there can be, don't get me wrong, there can be, but it's not likely. Okay, but if you need that, go to Tao Dien and go to District 2. Okay, go to District 1. All right. If you need everything to be in English, it's not going to happen in District 3 or Phu Nhon. Okay. Some of the time in some areas in District 3, yeah, it's okay. Phu Nhon, not so much. Okay. Again, they're mixing now, foreigner with Vietnamese, but again, it's primarily Vietnamese. Okay. Even right now, it's primarily focused on Vietnamese. Okay. So you won't have a problem though. You just won't have a problem. All right. And then again, think twice if District 3 is going to be for you or if Phu Nhon is going to be for you, because there's a bunch of small alleys here, like this. Okay, literally, and you don't want to get lost in one of these little neighborhoods. All right. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Super small alleys, and your neighbors are right next door to you, like for real. You're in their house. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that these are established old neighborhoods. All right, so It's not Taodien where you have wide streets, big apartments. Um, you have sidewalks. You have sidewalks. Like that's a thing. You don't necessarily have sidewalks in District 3 everywhere. You don't necessarily have sidewalks in Funyan. Okay? You'll be walking in the street. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right. If the small alleys bother you and noise bothers you, you probably shouldn't come to Saigon. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I see some comments. Let me get to some of your comments. Bear with me. What am I doing here? That's what I want. Okay. Oh yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button. I always forget. That's why I say it in the beginning and then leave it alone. Okay. B says, congrats, life is. I love it. My man B says, man, you guys have got to get over to Asia. I have been gone from Asia 3 weeks and I can't wait to get back in a few days. Okay. Yes, sir. Man, it's been 3 weeks already. Dude, time goes by so fast. Crazy. All right. Thank you, B. Appreciate it. Chill Out says, my recommendation would be if you do buy or rent motorbike in Vietnam, in a big city, only drive it in the suburbs or your immediate surrounding area to avoid accidents as much as possible. Still risky. Yeah, that's good. Chill Out. I like that. That is good advice. Chill Out. Yeah. If you guys are gonna rent a motorbike, I'm the type who I'm cool with riding from a city, a tier 3 city to Hanoi, right? That's like 5 hours one way. I've done that so many times. I'm comfortable on a motorbike. If you're not comfortable on a motorbike, don't rent a motorbike and drive outside of the cities. All right. Chill Out is very, very, very right. It is highly risky driving a motorbike if you're not aware, okay, what goes on outside of the big cities. Okay. Chill Out. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. My man 80 says, great advice, KT. Stimulating our dopamine. We need it. Very important. Shout out to you, my man. You know what it is. Nobody giving the real, man. I don't know. All of a sudden, Vietnam blew up, and everybody wanted to get these clicks and stuff. And I want clicks too, but I'm not gonna clickbait, to be honest. Life Is says, in Saigon, are the homes in apartment buildings or are they freestanding houses? So they're freestanding, and yeah, they're freestanding. But apartment buildings, obviously, apartment buildings are apartment buildings. So let me read this again. In Saigon, are the homes in apartment buildings or freestanding? So there's both. And I hope I understand your question right, but there are no homes in apartment buildings. Is like actual home, like a 4-story? No, they're only freestanding. But I did see something not too long ago where someone built, but they had to knock down apartments to build a house. So they built an actual house in here in Vietnam, Saigon. So I think that's not normal though. Okay. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Life. Saigon meaning Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, I got it. All right. Chill Out says, one of my neighbors in Hue was 80, spoke English pretty well. I told my roommate she learned from their American soldiers. It was true, we found out. Oh, okay. Really? I mean, there's a lot of benefits here, man. You know? Appreciate you, Chill Out, man. Appreciate you. And welcome, man. Appreciate you. All right. So again, District 3 is a great area, man. I truly do recommend people checking out District 3. Phu Nhuần, it's big enough. You might even see me around. All right. I mean, I'm out. So, but again, so far, if you just joined us, we covered District 1. Okay. We did District 1. Okay. We talked about District 2 already and Tao Dien, okay? And now we're on District 3, okay? Let's get into Bintan, all right? Or they like to say Bintang, okay? Bintang, and so that's how they say it here. Let me go to, let me see, remove you and add you. Okay, good. So Bintang is another area. And again, if you just joined us, we are talking specifically to about expat people. My channel is about people who live here, expats, okay? And so if you are just joining us, again, this is predominant. We're not talking about all of Saigon. We're talking about predominantly the areas where you guys are generally going to live, okay? Again, that's why I just said we talked about District 1. We talked about District 2 and Tao Dien. We talked about District 3 and Funyun. And now we're going to talk about District Ben Tang. Okay, Ben Tang. But if you guys want to say it, it is Bentan. Bentan. Okay, let's go like this. Bentan. Okay. They say Bentang is different. All right, but I'm just gonna say it just the whole English, the Western way, Bentan. Okay, and Bentan is an interesting area because it is, and let me show you on the map here. So Bentan is where Landmark 81 is, and if you know Landmark 81, that used to be the tallest building here in all of Asia. Okay, it's no longer. But Bentan is this area. Okay? Bentan is this area. Now, you see, Bentan is a really good district. It's a local. It used to be a local, super local, but now, in the last few years, the last probably 4 to 5 years, because of its proximity to District 1, because of its proximity to Tao Dien, right? It's right here, Tao Dien. This is Bintan, okay? It's right across the river, the Saigon River, from Tao Dien, all right? And then it is right next door to District 1, okay? So up here, let me zoom out a little bit. So up here is Bintan, okay? From the river to this first, I can even say, yeah, from the river to the hospital here, this little thing right here. And of course it goes a little bit more over here, but still that's a different district, okay? And then District 1 next door, obviously, since this is the hospital, right? Right next door is District 3 as well. So Bentan is fire. Okay, it's a fire location because if you see, you can even, and I'll get into maybe later. I've talked about Govap, this right here. I've talked about Govap before. I've done video in Govap. All right, and I used to live by the airport before I moved to District 3. Just a little nugget for you. So I spend a lot of time up here, and so Bentan, right, and then Govap is up here. All right, so there's a ton of schools. If you're a teacher, there's a ton of schools up in this area where you're gonna be working, right? So you have, the cool thing about this area is it has access to GoVap and the backside of Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, so that is the cool thing about Bintan. Also, it has access to all the Western stuff you're gonna want, that you're gonna hang out in Saigon. Okay, so depending on where you live, if you live anywhere near here, because obviously this is going to be, this place right here is going to be a bunch. This is Vin Homes, and let me see if I can pull up Landmark 81 for y'all. And this is a Landmark 81, but let me see where Landmark, yeah, right here. So this is Landmark 81. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys have seen it. This is Landmark 81. Okay, the tallest building, and this is a cool view, all right, because you can see Tuduk is out here. This is Tuduk, but we're about to talk about Tuduk in a little bit. But this is District 1 right here. District 1, and then District 3 is like right here, right? District 3 goes like right here, right here. Funyun is like right over here. All right. And then Benton is on. So this is Benton. This landmark 81 is Benton. And then Benton's like on the outside right here. And then right below it is the park. Massive park. All right. You've seen this before. You've seen the park. This is one side of the park. Okay. So this is Benton. All right. This is Benton. And so you can obviously see from these pictures, it's pretty central. Okay. And this is the Saigon River. But it's pretty central to, if you're gonna go want to hang out, you want to go drinking and stuff. Benton has a lot of good areas as well. Let me get back to you guys. All right, let me remove. Okay, so yeah, Benton, it's cool if you want to live here. It's the number one thing I would say is access to District 1 and Tao Dien. Okay, period. Okay, number 2, Benton. If again, this is valuable if you choose Benton district. Okay, it's pretty affordable. Okay, it's a little bit on the higher side, but it has landmark 81. All right, and then it also has a mix of markets as well as local life. Okay, so the Pham Viet Tan, that is a market, I believe. Okay, big market. And Benton is a really cool area. Again, me and my wife would have moved here. It's literally like kind of next door to us, and we would have moved there, but it was too far away from our work, where her and I worked. All right, yeah, okay. The people who live here, the expats who live here are generally those who are remote workers, okay, digital nomads, okay, again, teachers, and more budget conscious people, okay. Couples live here, like if you are a recently married foreign couple, a lot of the foreigners who live with their girlfriend Vietnamese, they live in Benton, okay. This is where you'll find, at least in the landmark 81 area, and in that whole area, they've redeveloped that whole area. So that's the high side, the high society of Bintan, okay, Bintan district. And so that's where all the money. So if people who don't want to live in Tao Dien, they just go and live in Bintan, okay. In nicer area, it's more affordable, okay. Bintan again has two different sides, but this is kind of more, this is really stark because the good side of Bintan is really nice. And the other side of Bintan is like all the rest of Vietnam. Okay, so you can tell where they put the money. All right. So if you're a remote worker, Bintan would be a really good area if you don't like Tao Dien and you want to be a little bit away from the expats. Yes, Bintan still has expats all sprinkled all around, but you can. There's a lot less of us expats in Bintan than there are in Tao Dien. Okay, they built pretty much Tao Dien and reconstructed Tao Dien for foreigners. Okay, and again, like I said, Bintan is way more affordable than Tao Dien and the other foreign areas. Okay, if I would not live in Bintan if you choose the wrong pocket of Bintan. Okay, like I said, once you find, okay, I want to live in Bintan district, then you need to find your neighborhood. Okay, your Phuong. Okay, Phuong, Phuong, Phuong. Okay, Phuong, the English way. Phuong, Vietnamese way. That is ward or neighborhood. Okay, ward, W-A-R-D, ward. Okay, that's the neighborhood. So choose your phường, your ward properly. Okay, you choose your district, Quan, Q-U-A-N, Quan. Okay, in Vietnamese, Quan. Quan in the English way. So if you choose your Quan correctly, your district, then you, after that, choose your phường, your ward. Okay, ward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There could be 6, there could be 11, there could be whatever. Okay, but these are things you need to understand when you choose a place to live in all of Vietnam, but in Saigon specifically, as well as Hanoi, as well as Da Nang, as well as everywhere. Okay, in Vietnam. Okay, it matters. It really matters because it depends on your paperwork. It depends on all that stuff. There's so many different factors and variables based on which neighborhood and based on which phường you choose. Okay, so I'm just saying, this is why I offer consultations, guys. People, you guys don't understand. Okay, you can choose Tao Dien and live in a shit ass neighborhood. Okay. There are shitty neighborhoods in Tao Dien. Just gonna say. All right, but that's generally going on the Vietnamese side. Okay, think twice. Okay, if you're worried about noise and traffic that will really wear you down, I'm not gonna lie. Ben Thanh is crowded. Oh my God. All of Saigon's crowded, but Ben Thanh, every time we drive over to Ben Thanh, it is crazy because some of the streets in Ben Thanh are massive. And they have these little roundabouts, you know? And so you guys know the traffic here, so everyone's like this, right? And so in Ben Thanh specific, people drive crazy. Every district has different driving types. So some people, for example, in Ben Thanh, people will drive like they'll go around you on the left, and they'll be on the other side of the road to get around you. Okay, they're more impatient when they drive in Ben Thanh. Okay, because there's just so many more people there. And their apartments stack on top of each other. Okay, and a lot of people work in Ben Thanh, so there's a ton of people going like this all throughout. You can't even escape it. Some districts you can escape the traffic at certain hours. Ben Thanh is not one of those districts. It's always busy. Be ready for that. Okay. Let me get some water. Appreciate you guys rocking with me, man. 3, and I'm gonna do the next after I'm done with this Ben Thanh. I'm gonna do the next raffle. So get it in now. If you guys want, just type guide, Guide in the comment section if you want to be a winner. All right, and then with Ben Thanh, think twice if you want to move to Ben Thanh. You need number 3. You need polished streets everywhere. Okay. Again, I already told you, Ben Thanh has 2 different sides. All right. It has the western side, which is over here. Let me remove. Let me go like this. Let me get her out of the way. Okay. So I already told you guys that it's this side. Let me get out of the way. Okay. This side is going to be the western side. Okay, all of this right here, that's the western side. So it's all of this little area right here. Okay, it's going to be all western, right in here. So probably like right in here. Okay, so that all is going to be all this. It's going to be all western. Okay, so you're not going to be, and you're just, the bridge is right there, boom, and you're right in the Tao Dien. Easy money. Okay, it's good. It's really good. Big streets on this side. On this side, good luck. It's regular Vietnam. All right. They are going to change the way the roads are. They have to, because there's a lot of people coming here. So it's changing literally as we speak. Okay. I just read an article that said, I think it's on this side over here on where I'm talking about right now. One of these canal areas, they just claimed like 350 houses and properties, and they're bulldozing them down to make way to open the road. Again, things are happening here so fast. All right, get here, get acclimated, and then start your new life, man. I'm telling you. All right. Let me get back to you guys. Okay. So again, if you need polished streets everywhere, it's not going to happen. But it depends on where you live. Okay. Which side of Benton you live on. Okay. And then the last one, you do not know your daily route yet. Okay. Your daily route yet. So Benton, it's one of those districts that can easily confuse you. Okay. Specifically because there's so many small streets in Bintan. In every, I can say this about every district here in Saigon, but specifically because there's a lot of construction going on over there. So 1 minute it's the streets open and then they're redirecting you here. The next minute they're redirecting you here. All right, just be mindful, okay? And the reason why is because that's where money is. That's where the money is. Okay, that's where a lot of the foreigners are going because Tao Dian's way too expensive, and so they don't really want to. Foreigners don't really want to live on the local side of District 2, so they're going to Bintan. Okay, Bintan. All right. So, drum roll, please. All right, let's do our next winner. Let's go. Bun me. Okay, I know how to say it. Okay, I know how to say it. All right, let's go like this. I see you, though. I see your jokes. All right, let's get into the next winner. How can I? Let's see. Let's get this out of here. And then let's go and see again. Guide. GUIDE if you want to win. All right. Guide in the comment section. Guide in the comment section. All right. I'll give you guys another 10 seconds to do that, and then I'll pick my winner. And then on the other hand, I will go with, let me get this one. All right. Ed, I'm going to call you Ed. All right. I'm just going to call you Ed. Ed says, whatever you do, KT, don't bond me, please. Okay. Bond me. I love it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Life is says, sorry, I will rephrase my question. Are there more apartment buildings or single family houses in Ho Chi Minh? Okay. Thank you. I would say single family, to be honest. But again, over the last 10 years, and specifically over the last since I've been here, they've built a lot of high rises. So I'm gonna be honest, single family probably throughout Saigon for sure, throughout Saigon. But again, they're destroying single families to get those high rises. So sooner than later, I don't think that there's going to be more apartments. But again, you can fit more apartment houses in apartments, so buildings. So probably single family. I'll say. I'll put my guess on that. All right. Thanks for rephrasing that, man. Appreciate it. And Chill Out says, what's up with the new rail? What's up with the new rail there? How is it progressing? I will give you some information. Actually, I wanted to give you some information when we talked about District 1. But let me pull out this winner, and then we'll go from there. All right. So I see 2 people, and the winner is my boy, B. All right. I love it. B, you are the winner. Brian, let's go. So let's go like this. Let me come back to you. All right, congratulations to Bri. You are the winner, Brian. You know how to contact me. You can message me and let me know what you want, and then I will send it over to you. Okay. You can either get the travel guides, my premium travel guides for this year, 2026, or you can get the travel guide or the dating guides, my premium dating guides, 20 dating in 20s, dating in 30s, dating in the 40s, and dating in the 50s. All right. Congratulations, Brian. Let's go. All right. I got one more winner. So if you want to be involved, go ahead and type in guide, GUIDE, in the comment section, and I will see if you're the winner. All right. Congratulations, Brian. Love, man. Much love. Partner Boss says, are the single family houses true standalone or townhouses? True standalone. Yeah, there's not a thing called townhouses here. Probably now, so there probably are more in Tao Dien and more in the newer style, but there's no such thing as like a townhouse. Maybe more like condo, but townhouses, no. I've never seen a townhouse here, not yet. But in like the Western-ish, like Tao Dien, D2, for sure. I'm sure there is. But they built that. Okay. I hope that answered. But yeah, majority of it is just single family. Yeah. I mean, they weren't as sophisticated as we are in the West when, they just said, let me build a house, and they're lucky if they even have a house in their family, to be honest. So yeah. I love it, man. Thank you, partner. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Partner boss says, good. I'm in Thailand. Okay. Right on, brother. Thanks for it, man. Appreciate it. All right, man. I got one more winner coming up, and this is going to be at the end of the live. So if you want, get it in. GUIDE. We're moving on. All right. And again, Brian, just message me. You know how to message me, man. Message me and then let me know which one you want. All right. Live, email me, and then I'll send that over to you. All right. So now we talked about District 1. We talked about District 2 and Tao Dien. We talked about District 3 and Phu Nhân. We talked about Bintan just recently. Okay. Now we're going to talk about District 7. Okay. And District 7 is a very interesting district because this district, and I want to, this is the one I want. I want to actually tell you, I wanted to show you guys some information, but I completely forgot about each district. I may go back and just kind of put it in there, but I wanted to show you guys some information. But let me show you first what district or where District 7 is, okay? Because it's completely in the opposite direction of all of these districts we've just talked about, okay? Again, District 1, oops, let me get out of it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, District 1, District 3, if you can see my cursor, District 3, and District Phu Nhân, okay, over here. And then we have Bintan over here, District 2, Tao Dien, oops, over here, Tao Dien, okay? And now we're going to talk about District 7. Oh my God. Where are you going, KT? Yes, this is District 7, okay? So so this right here is District 7, right here. All of this. So like District 7, once you cross this bridge right here, you're in District 7. This is District 4. We're not going to talk about District 4. But Westerners do live in District 4, okay? Just because of the proximity to District 1 and District 7, Okay. We're going to talk about District 7 though. Okay. Again, this is District 7, all of this. From this bridge all the way down here. Okay. And District 7, I spent a lot of time in District 7. So I'll tell you this, it's changed a lot. Okay. It's changed a lot in 5 years. When I was spending time, it was 5 years ago. I spent a lot of time in District 7. District 7 from like, see this bridge right here? It says Fumi. See this bridge right here? Bridge Fumi, okay? Go, Fumi. Anyways, District 7, they call this Korean district. This is the Korean district, okay? And more specifically, Phu Mi Hung. Let me say it again. Phu Mi Hung. Hung. This is like the second half. It's like over here. See? Right here. Oh, you can't see it. Phu Mi Hung. Right here. Okay? So District 7 is going to go from here and like all of this. Okay? All of this. So from here in and down. Okay? So it splits into two areas. Regular District 7, like, or the local area, but it's kind of, they plan this area. Okay, so District 7, of course, everything starts out local, of course, all right? It's always going to be local, but for whatever reason, a ton of foreigners have moved into District 7, and they've completely transformed the whole area of from top all the way down to Phu Mi Hung. Phu Mi Hung, so 5 years ago, the top part of District 7 from this bridge down here was all like local. Okay, still local, but now it's completely transformed to where it's new buildings. They've knocked down buildings. Most of the stores that were there, probably 85% of them are no longer there anymore. They've knocked down neighborhoods of like old neighborhoods, and they put up car dealerships. They've put up, they just literally either they just cleared it out and they haven't built yet, or they built like industrial side, like big industrial side buildings and stuff. Showrooms, brand new apartments, condos, brand new homes, right? But again, they've transformed this whole area. And so there's two sides to this, right? So I'll just say, just for lack of like to show you, this bridge cuts D7 into two. Okay, this top part is the old part. This bottom part where it says Crescent Mall, okay, this from like here all the way down. Well, I'll even say, because like District 7 is massive, so I'll say from here, all of this is all of this. So from like here, from like here, all of this, all of this, all of this, and all of that. All of this from like this latte all the way down here is Korean town. This is where all the Westerners live. This is the new area of D7, District 7, the new area. And so a lot of you guys are actually moving down there, okay? It's expensive, wider streets. You live in apartment buildings that at the bottom, they have, I mean, it looks really brand new for the most part. It's clean here. They keep everything manicured tight. Okay. So if you're going to live in this kind of area, you can be prepared to pay more money. Okay. Whereas people who live in this area, most people live in families. Again, because they call this area Phu Mi Hung, it's like Korean town. you're gonna have really good Korean food, Chinese food, international food here in this district, and then yeah, you're gonna find really amazing international food here. Okay, in District 7. So let me get back to you guys. I just want to show you. All right, so District 7 is this now. Now, the people who don't live in Tao Dien or District 2, they will live here. Okay. Now, I will say, like my wife and I, we have talked between District 2 and District 7 when we have children, when we start having children. Where do we want to live? And this is where majority of you, if you have kids, you're going to be going through this same conversation. Do I want to live in District 7? Which I probably would. I probably would. Because I like District 7, wider streets. It feels cleaner than District 2. District 2 to me is like this. District 7 is more like this. Okay, you have more space, bigger apartments. The amenities are there in your apartment buildings. This is where you're going to see some really good lifestyle here as well. Not so much of a nightlife in District 7. Okay. Again, this is why it says families. Okay. This is a good district for young working professionals. Okay. If you're on your way to getting married, if you're on your way to having family, you have 1 kid, 2 kid, right? If you want somewhere where, and in District 7, it's quiet. It's way quieter than any other district you're probably going to encounter. All right. So this is probably the quietest one, I'll say, besides the next one that we're going to talk about, because the next one is a suburb. It's quiet for a reason. Okay. Because nobody lives there yet. Okay. So, and so District 7, it's majority families. Okay. People who are either trying to establish themselves here in Vietnam or in Saigon, or you're a working professional, okay, or a remote, okay. Super calm. I love it here. You can actually think here. They have a lot of man-made like rivers, or excuse me, lakes, where you can, it's like more catered to family. I love it, okay. 2, it's more planned streets. Like I said, wider streets, wider roads. It's safer, way safer for the road. But a lot of people, just be careful. A lot of here, a lot of lights, a lot of street lights, like stop go type stuff. All right. 3, schools here are awesome. Okay, you have a lot more space. You can do a lot more errands. Okay, everything you need is right here. Most people who live in District 7 generally don't leave District 7 unless you work outside of District 7. Okay, and if you District 7 is going to be good for you if you want more of a structured lifestyle. Okay, so go to the gym, go downstairs, go to the gym, see the digital nomad type stuff. Or if you have a family, you work in District 7, you could easily never leave it. Okay. And District 7 is a good fit for you. And the last one, people who do not need to be in Central or tied to Central Saigon, or need to go out every night. Okay. Again, District 7 is one of those districts. It's a planned district, so you could do whatever you want and within that district and never leave. Again, like I just said, if you work in District 7, then you probably will never leave. But you'll only leave if your family comes and visits you. You'll go to District 1. Okay. Again, this is the trap. This is the trap on this side and Tao Dien, because the trap is that you'll never leave and you'll never explore Saigon. You'll never explore. There's so many. Every district's awesome, FYI. Every district is pretty freaking cool. But every district, every neighborhood, or every ward, every neighborhood, it's all different. Every street, different. It looks the same, but it's different. So that's the big con for me, is that it's so far away. It's probably like 30 minutes away from District 1, just the opposite direction of District 2, right? Same distance, but just they meet each other. They're on the same side, but they're different angles. Okay. Now, I wouldn't now, if you're new to Vietnam, excuse me, if you're new to Saigon, I wouldn't move to District 7 if you want to be central and you want to be there fast. Again, it's 30 minutes. Minimum 30 minutes. You're going over 2 bridges to get back to District 1. Now, it doesn't sound like a whole bunch, but when you understand how terrible the traffic is on that side, now that side, District 7 side of traffic is trash, like super bad, way worse than over here. All right, for whatever reason. But once you get into District 7, it's okay. Okay, but to get to District 7 from D1 to District 7, it could take you 45 minutes, an hour, because everyone's going like this, and it's small streets, one-way streets. Yeah. You got to go 2 bridges just to get to D7, FYI. Okay, so if you need to be in District 1, District 3, Benton, somewhere where you work, or meetings, or meet up with your girl or your boy, good luck. I wouldn't move to District 7 if you're trying to be in Central, or if you must be in Central. I wouldn't move there. If now, I will say, let me get off of here. Now, I will say, I would move. Where are you at? Where am I at? I would move to District 7 if I lived somewhere like right off the bridge, right? Like right up in here somewhere. Up in here somewhere, no problem. I would even down here, because you can have access to this real quick, go on this bridge, but you can have access to go here. Okay. Anywhere right off the highway, off the major roads, I would go for it. Okay. But once you get past like this area and go down here, even though this area is real nice, this area has a lot to offer. And then it has this really cool green preserve and green parks. That's another thing that I love about this area down here. Green area, green space, tons of it. But if you go up here, nothing. Very few. And honestly, I've been to these green spaces, because when we were looking, I went to these big green spaces, and we don't really have access to a lot of them. A lot of this is not parks. It's just little roundabout stuff and little shrub. I don't know why it's on the map, but like, it's not, there's no green space. But down here, mad green space. So if you have dogs, you have pets, they'll have a better life down here. All right, FYI. But again, off this little bridge right here, that's D1. Whoop, right in there. This road right here is so bad. This road right here is so bad. Oh my God. This is one of the roads that you could get trapped on for 20-30 minutes right here. Okay, I've done it many times. So I'm just saying, if you live nearby, you live near one of here, this is the local area. But if you live right up in here, no problem. Okay, but if you live deep, this is an hour away. Okay, easy. This is an hour away, 45 minutes away, easy. And it feels like it when you're over here, because it's quiet, it's nice. Nobody, like actually Evan, he lives over here. Yeah, he lives over here. So this is his district. And so him and I, we're on chat. We have a group chat, and he'll message me and he'll say, "Hey, living the dream," and he'll be somewhere in here, somewhere over here, or somewhere in here somewhere. and he'll just be, this is where he does most of his videos, right here. Now, he's so lucky because you could just walk outside. He can go here, and there's so much you can film. But for me, it takes me about 40 minutes to get here. Yeah. And I'm central. So just be mindful, okay? You're not going to get to central over here. See, I'm over here. Okay? I'm over here. It's far. Trust me. It doesn't look far from here. It doesn't look far, but it's far. Okay? Now, if I'm going to live, now, if it's my first time here and you're not working, then by all means, live in D7. Live far. Fumi Hung. Live there. Okay? It's cool. But if you're working here, live a little bit in the local areas, a little bit closer to that bridge, and then you'll have access to D1 and all the other cities quicker. Okay? I would think twice moving to District 7 if you are single and you are highly social. Now, District 7 is a family district. It has singles. There's a bunch of people who are single here, but it's generally for couples and for families. The rest of the other districts are for us, for you guys, for you single. I'm not single anymore, but I'm married now. All right. So it's for you guys, for you single guys. And so, but if you're single, and the reason why I say that is if you're single, you're gonna have probably some issues unless you meet someone. Okay. This is like a working district. This is where everyone's working, either working from home, working at a place, and they're with their significant other. Okay. If you have somebody, this is a good district for you. All right. I would think twice about District 7 if you get bored easy. Like I just said, if you're single, there's going to be a lot of, not a lot for you to do. But if you are not single, there's tons of stuff for you to do, right? I mean, obviously, but with your partner, you know what I mean? If you're single, you might be a little bored here. Not gonna lie. All right. And then if your last one, think twice if your work or your dating life is mostly on the other side, central. Okay. If you're dating someone or you're married, or excuse me, if you're dating someone and on that side, let's just say specifically D7, then perfect. Okay. But I'll be honest, District 7 is a great district for families and for the couples. Okay. And if you work in District 7. All right. Let me get to some comments and then I will come back to you. Let's see. Comments. Boom. All right. AD says, my man AD says, I was shopping yesterday and saw a petite Asian lady here with her son. I said, Xin Chao, not knowing she was Vietnamese. And I said, come on. It felt great, KT. Salute, bro. I'm telling you. And I bet you they had a big old smile like, huh? Right? Yeah, man. Vietnamese people, if you guys even just say like Xin Chao, or Cam Un, all right, then even just those two, that Xin Chao, hello, and thank you, Cam Un, they'll go crazy. And that all we want is an opening. All we need is an opening to be friends. You know what I mean? This world is, and even here, it's all about who you know. It's not about what you know. Okay. It's big here. Okay. I know that's a cliche saying, but it's huge and it's prevalent here. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing that, AD. Appreciate that, brother. That's nice. I love it. I love to hear that, man. AD says, as true as John 3:16, it was surreal, KT. Shout out, man. I'm telling y'all. All right. AD says, That was my first encounter with the Vietnamese woman. She was small but beautiful. I'm telling you guys, um, the dating guides are my experience of giving you guys game about little insights, big insights, and medium insights about what Vietnamese say. I'm telling you, man. And you'll see, you guys will see. All right, pick up the dating guides. Check out the free ones first, and if you feel if you're vibing with it, check out. And I'm telling you, you guys are sleeping on it. All right, AD, appreciate you, man. Vietnamese women are beautiful, and that's why I married one, man. And they're patient. Just as long as if you're a good guy and as long as you're doing right, then you'll be fine, man. Me and my lady never argue, man. Never. In 4 years, never. Not one. I'm a pretty even kill kind of guy. Now, she is a very even kill kind of gal. And so if you just my advice, don't pick someone who's a hothead. All Vietnamese women are hotheads, all right? But there's levels to this shit. So I'm glad you had that, man. I'm glad you had that. That's really cool, man. Thanks for sharing, AD. Big Philly Dom, what's good, man? Philly Dom says, watching from Singapore. Love it, man. Shout out to Philly Dom. The one, the only Philly Dom. What's up, man? Salute to you, my brother. Love it, man. And Life Is says, are there any neighborhoods in Saigon where foreigners absolutely should not go? Are there any dangerous neighborhoods like in the U.S.? So, no. Short answer, no. I will say what I've heard, rumor on the street is that District 4 is generally was the old gangs. And so those District 4, the island district, I just showed you guys, definitely just be careful over there. But you don't have to worry about nothing here. Saigon's pretty safe. All right. Not dangerous at all, like anywhere in the States, not even anywhere. So to answer your question, nah, there's nothing. You can live anywhere you want. People are generally going to leave us alone, or they're going to, be interested in us. It's one or the other, but you're safe here. Appreciate you, Life. Indica says, you are very dark. Were your ancestors from the sub-Sahara desert? So my ancestors come from Southern Africa and Southern Africa and West Africa. So yeah, I don't know. That's a conversation for another day. I do know where they're from, but I'm not going to share it right now. But that's another conversation for another day. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So we have a couple more, and then we out of here. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, man. All right, let's keep it moving, man. So again, just to recap real quick, we talked about District 1. We talked about District 2 in Tao Dien, District 3, Phu Nhon, Bintan, District 7 we just finished, and now we're going to talk about Tu Duc. All right, Tu Duc. All right, and so let me show you where this is, Tu Duc. So Tu Duc is a very interesting area. Okay, Tu Duc used to be the old. Now let me So District 2, we already talked about it, right? District 2 used to be all of this, okay? So District 2 used to be all of this. Let me get out. So District 2. Come on, man. So District 2, all of this. All of this used to be District 2. All of this. Everything out here. Everything. Okay? So from the river all the way out here was District 2. Okay, massive, right? And obviously some of this is District 9 and all this stuff. Some of it is right here, but District 2 used to be generally from here to here. And so District 2, so when Ho Chi Minh City redistrict last year, they cut District 2 into District 2 to Tao Dien, or excuse me, to Tuduk. Tuduk. All right. Now, Tuduk is the suburbs. Okay. This is Tuduk. Okay. Out here. This is Tuduk. Okay. And if you, now, this place right here is amazing. And hear me out. Tuduk, now just so you guys can see, this is the Tuduk right here. You're looking at it. So from the middle of District 1 to Tuduk, this takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. From like minimum. Okay. But that's because they have the highway now. Okay. This highway, they just built it. All of these highway stuff, they just built all of it. Okay. All of this is all brand new. All of it. Okay. Before it was back streets. Okay. And I used to work out here just this past school year. We just finished our school year last week. This right here, I used to have two schools out here every week. And so I'm here 2 times a week. I was here 2 times a week. This place is a sleeper. This place out here, now hear me out. Tuduk is an amazing area because Tuduk is going to blow up. Why? Because Tuduk there's a lot more space here. I'll be honest. Tuduk has a ton more space, and it's the old D2. So there's mad space out there. There's so much space in that area. And so they're building it up, and it's like they want it to be a District 7, but more for regular families, if that makes sense. Because there's so many Vietnamese families coming to Ho Chi Minh City, there's not a lot of affordable places for locals. So because one, developers and investors are coming into Ho Chi Minh City and they're buying up these inner city places. And now because Ho Chi Minh is sprawling, the burbs, Tuduk, the suburbs in that direction, Tuduk is already established because it's the old D2. So Tuduk has massive opportunity for us foreigners and for locals because one, they can buy houses because it's way cheaper than in the city. There's nowhere to build in in the city of Saigon. There's nowhere to build other than up. You cannot build out. In Tuduk, you can build out easy. All right. So if you're a foreigner and you are married to a Vietnamese and you're a Viet Q, you should think about coming here. If you're a Viet Q, okay, you should move to Tuduk because the cost of money, the cost per square meter, square meter is way cheaper in Tuduk than it is in anywhere in Ho Chi Minh City, anywhere. And Tuduk is still Ho Chi Minh City. Literally, it's just over the bridge. Literally, you just go over the river, and that's District 1. Okay, Tuduk, way more space, way newer apartments. This is where you're gonna find the newer apartments, like brand spanking new. Okay, they're popping up everywhere. They're building huge neighborhoods. You have no idea what's going on in Tuduk right now. Like literally, just in 9 months of my contract, in 9 months, 9.5 months, they built up neighborhoods. Highways. Seriously, in 9 months, they built that neighborhoods like for probably 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, entire neighborhoods. Crazy to see. That Tuduk is blowing up faster than anywhere in Ho Chi Minh City. Do your research. To Duke. All right. This is where locals, families of foreigners, this is where you guys and us are going to live. Okay. More over in Duke is where I feel like we're going to be more together. But more of our Western square footage where you can build a house and or you can build whatever. You can build a house. You can whatever. And it's going to be huge. The houses there are huge. I mean, they're like Western size houses over there. Okay, for some of these places, fraction of the cost. All right. Long-term, they have long-term planning and quieter living. This is the suburbs. Okay, so it's going to be super quiet and it's different. To me, I feel like those Vietnamese are different than these Vietnamese here, because I feel like those Vietnamese are the ones who have lived abroad or some tie to abroad, to where they understand the international standards that we have, right? Like we want our neighborhoods to be quiet, clean, safe, so our children can run around and so we can be safe, right? No break-ins. That's what they're building over there. Okay, kind of reminds me of D7. All right, and so people who do if this so Tuduk is good if you are people are a person or people who do not need to be in central Saigon every day. So Tuduk is definitely a place where you're going to do business, live, and build your life in Tuduk. You're not going to build it back and forth to district in the city. We'll call Ho Chi Minh City the city. Okay, because and don't get me wrong, tons of people do it every day, but it's a hassle. Okay, from what I've seen, you can take the train, which someone asked about the train earlier. You can take the train, but it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, into Duke. Okay, but I know when I was with Steven, I saw that it goes to Duke. Okay, I don't know how crazy it goes deep, but Tuduk is very, very deep. Okay, pause. Okay, so I would think twice. So Tuduk's not for everybody. So if you're moving to Ho Chi Minh City and you're going to move to Tuduk, and if you're a first timer, I would not move to Tuduk. I wouldn't move to Tuduk. I would move in the city and then I would get acclimated to the city and what city life is. Just live here a year, get used to it, fall in love with it, and then when you're ready, move to Tuduk. All right. Tuduk is more of like a planned, like I said, planned community that is, they want the young professionals. They want to attract the younger Gen Z. And they probably want the Gen Alphas to like kind of go that way. Okay. Just because I'm just saying, just because there's so much opportunity in Tuduk that you could build from scratch. They're literally building that area up from scratch. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy to see. All right. Think twice if you're, again, a newbie. All right. If you need to have a social life, don't go to Tuduk. Okay. Families, Tuduk for the Tuduks for families and specifically families and professional couples. Okay. Not like D7, but more like there's nothing like it. This, I would say this area is specifically for raising families, all right, for young families. Okay, there's no nightlife. Okay, so I would think twice. There's no nightlife yet, and the dating is okay. Again, if you're a Mac and you know you can walk around, do whatever, and pick up whatever, Todo's gonna be no problem for you. Okay, these are where the older ladies gonna live, right? Again, what I've seen these people. Okay, they have money. They got a little bit of money. They own shit. Okay, someone owns something. Okay, and then I would think twice if you rely on districts, the central district. If you got to be in the city every day, it's advantageous for you to move to Tuduk. Don't move to Tuduk. Okay, it's not just right there. Okay, and there's no bridge where you can be like, I'm gonna live right here, because there's no apartments there. Not yet. They're building their huge development right on the river. I think it's the river. Yeah, right there on the river. Massive, like it's called Smart City or something. And I'm not sure if it's Vin or it's another like development, but they're gonna build. They will be building that whole area up. There will be eventually, but right now there's nowhere to live right near the bridge. There's nowhere to live. All right. So again, think twice if you need to be in the central district. Okay, every day. And again, last one, if you don't know your routine, or you don't know where you need to be and what to Duke is, it's just not for you. Okay. I see some comments here, so let me keep it moving, and let's keep it rolling. Let's see. Let's go like this. Let me back up. Okay, Indica. Let's see. Indica says, "Are you going to call your civil black lawyer?" Okay. Kong Vo says, "Hi Kev, D2 .022 here." Okay. And you like it? Thank you, man, for that. I appreciate it. You know what? Let's go bye-bye. Okay. All right. So sorry about that, everyone. All right. AD says, I am very dark also, but from the Caribbean, no trolling, please. Yeah, I just got rid of them, so it's fine. AD, come on. All right. Shout out to you, AD. All right. Yeah, hey, guys, we're all adults here. I don't appreciate trolling, so I'll just remove you from the channel. So we're adults, man. You know, you're wasting people's time if you're over here trolling. I don't do trolling on my channel. So if you guys want to go troll someone else, and I'll just remove you from the channel. No worries. All right. Let's keep it moving. I'm almost wrapping up here. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm trying to spit some knowledge here. All right. I'm trying to spit some knowledge here. So again, if you're just joining us, okay, District 1 we talked about. Recap. District 2, Tao Dien. All right, we talked about Phu Nhun, and District 3. We talked about Bintan or Bintang. Okay, and last, we talked about District 7, and then last, Tuduk. Okay, so those are the districts that I would recommend that where we live. And if you guys need more information about them, you guys can look them up specifically on per district. All right. I could have gotten we could be here for 4 hours. Okay. And I could have gotten deep into this stuff. And again, I'll probably do a video on it. I promise it won't be a 2-hour video. Okay. But yeah, let's go into one of our last. We have two more segments, and then I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so let's talk about rent expectations right now, May 30th, right now here in Ho Chi Minh City, and what the real reality check is and what's really going on. Okay, so bear with me. All right, so I'm gonna be honest, guys. Saigon's expensive. It's not as expensive as Antoine in Da Nang, but it's definitely the #1 area in all of Vietnam. It's the most expensive one. All right. I know you guys are like, expensive, KT. I know. I get it, but we're talking about based on the locals. Okay. And so any number you hear, it's obsolete. 1 month to the next. Okay. Excuse me. What you heard 2 months ago from me no longer exists. Okay. You can either add a million, or some places, if you're a good negotiator, subtract a million. Okay. The baselines here, landlords are getting really greedy. They're getting really greedy. And I understand it, but they're ask a Vietnamese to pay 9 million for a shoebox. They're gonna they're gonna shit themselves, because they generally, that's their whole paycheck if they make that. All right. For us, it's easy. All right. But that's not normal. You should be able to get a place for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or $700. Anything above that, you're just showing off. Or it's good quality. Like high quality. All right. So that being said, anything I've said 2 months ago, just add more. It's still the same, but just add more money generally. Okay. Prices move by building. Okay. This is why my house costs 11 million and the next door costs 15. Okay. It's about your negotiating skills, what comes with the house or apartment. Most of you guys get apartments. None of you guys get houses unless you're a real estate agent, unless you ask about it. All right. And even most houses don't allow foreigners to live in it. Okay. So you just need to ask your real estate agent. Again, if you need a real estate agent, I got you. Just message me. Okay. Kevin T at thestoryoft.com. Just message me, email me. Okay. Cheap rent may mean worse location. Not necessarily, but yes, generally it could be. All right. So cheap rent may mean that it's a terrible location. It may mean more noise. It may mean weaker building management, or longer commutes. That is all true. Okay. I will say cheap rent, it doesn't always mean a shittier location. Okay. I would say 11 million is cheap. It's expensive for locals, but I'm talking about us. It's pretty reasonable, very reasonable. And I'll say it's in a good neighborhood. So again, it really matters who your real estate agent is, because they're just going to show you the stuff they want to get off. They won't show you the stuff behind the scenes. Again, go back to my lives and do your research. All right. I'm spitting game here on all my lives to you guys. You don't understand it's real. I know it's real. But you guys don't understand, and I understand skepticism. I get it. But I'm not here to bullshit you guys. Okay. You spend a couple hours with me every week. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting your time. Okay. So I'll say majority of the time, if it's really, really low rent, you're probably going to have one of those things are going to be off. And generally, it's going to be the building management. Okay. If there is building management, and if there is, like if there's just a landlord, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, so let's go like this. Number 3. So better buildings can bring you better amenities, such as a gym, a pool, easier grab access, right? Obviously security, and bigger and better comforts. Okay. I'll be honest. That's all. And you could have a better lifestyle in that building. Okay. That's why I wouldn't say rush. I wouldn't rush to your first month here. I would be detailed and focused on the area. Once you get here as a tourist, go to that area and really look at the neighborhood. Okay. Districts are huge here. We're not talking about 2, 3, 4, 10 streets. We're talking about over 50 to 60 to 70 streets, 100 streets, 1,000 streets, and all of them are different. So that's all I'm saying. Um, the more you pay, the better your apartment will be or your house will be. All right. Again, most expats don't live in homes, so I just talk about apartments. Okay. I'm unique. I'm unique. Okay. And it wasn't because of my wife. I found this. Okay. So before you go, oh, you have a Vietnamese wife. Yeah, but I was single and doing it on my own before her, way before her. Okay. It's because of who I knew, my real estate agent, and that's how we got it. So again, it's all about who you know. Always check deposit terms, utilities, internet, water pressure, noise, construction, flooding, and your landlord's response. All right, I'm gonna take it from the back. I'm gonna go from the landlord response, and I'll say yes, landlord response. There seems like they're always responsive and until you give them the deposit and the first month's rent. And then they're like, I got an excuse. I can't make it. Once they have your money, it feels like they're ghost you and shit. It's like, bro, not all landlords, but a lot of landlords. Okay, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's why I'm saying fight and negotiate for 1 month deposit, 1 month rent. Okay, just don't ever pay 2 and 2, ever. 2 month deposit, 2 month rent. Okay, so that's what I'll have to say. Flooding, yes. Make sure this is important because this is what the locals actually, before they move anywhere, the first thing they look at is the flooding. So if they look at flooding in the first, you should be looking at flooding in the first. Okay, first thing, you look at the area you want to live. You look at I'll break it down. You look at the district you want to live in. You look at the ward or neighborhood you want to live in, and then look at the street and the flooding. Does that street flood? All right, and so that's what the locals look at first. Um, Construction, whatever it's gonna happen. Make sure it's just not right next door to you. Okay. The noise, that is the thing here in Saigon, of course. It's going to happen. Try to find as quiet of a neighborhood as possible. Water pressure is a huge thing. I always, when I'm looking at a place, I always hit the water pressure every single time. Every room that has water, hit it. Shower, hit it. Okay. You don't want to have any surprises because again, once you pass the money, landlord seems to ghost. And I'm not saying like it just seems like they take forever to get back to you. Whereas before they were like, sure, no problem. I'll do that. No problem. We good. We're all good. No problem. Okay, okay, okay. And then all of a sudden you give them the money and it's like, and then suddenly it's 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. All right. The internet's a big thing. FTP, they are decent. The one we have here, let me see if I can pull this up. We're back. All right, I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I was going to show you guys. Here, let me show you real quick over here. So this right here is Viettel, okay? Right there. That's a Viettel. That is the best. So this is the best like internet, home internet you could get here. Okay, that's the best one. So check the internet. Generally, check the speeds because your landlord will what we found out and which reason why we got our own. You can get your own, okay, but just be careful, okay. The landlord in our old apartment, they ended up they bought the lowest speed for like 4 apartments. And so now we have the highest speed, the best, and I think I paid less. I think I paid like $50. Is that true? I think I paid like $50. And so, yeah, let me know if I'm still with you guys, because just comment in the comment section. Yep, we can see you, we hear you, because I don't know if you guys can see me after that. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. I just want to make sure. So internet speed matters, okay? And then the utilities, you're probably going to pay about $50 a month, max a month. You pay more than that, you're being ripped off. Again, deposits. I see you, Ramel. What's up, brother? What's up, dog? All right, good. I see you. Thank you, brother. Okay. And then last one, make sure you guys test the area. Once you get here, if you want to live in District 7, go and stay in District 7 when you're a tourist. Check out the area and live that lifestyle for however long you are. And if you like it, cool. And if you're here for 3 months, and if you don't like it, then you can check out other areas. But get your hotel and do like a little mini test run. You know what I'm saying? And then that way you can go from there. So, yeah, housing, crazy. All right. It's going up slowly. If you can find a good place, then all good. All right. Let me get to these comments, and then I'm going to do my last giveaway, my last raffle. Again, you guys on the playback, I'm giving two winners. All right. All you got to do right now is type in guide, GUIDE, guide. If you want a guide, it's either going to be the dating guides, my premium dating guides, 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, or you can choose the travel guides, one of the premium ones, Hanoi, Saigon, or Da Nang. All right. Just type guide in the comment section right now if you want to be involved. Okay. All right, so let's get into it, man. All right, let's go like this, and let me move this out the way. Partner boss says, no expat in SF houses. I don't know what SF means. Not everyone is fleeing with a suitcase and a backpack. Facts. No expat in SF. Are you talking about San Francisco? I don't know. Let me know. Partner says, okay, I'm looking to live in a house like you. Yeah, you should, for sure. You definitely should. Partner, appreciate that, man. My boy Ramel said, what up? What's up, bro? It's good to see you, my boy. Where you been, man? Dang. Brother been waiting for you, bro. Man, I love you, though. I love you. I know you're busy, man. I love you, bro. Hit me up, though. Partner boss says power, no burnouts. Yeah, it depends on the district that you're at, okay? Most areas are okay, but you're going to avoid those in like those brownouts in Tao Dien. Like literally, I don't think I've ever been in a brownout or power outage until probably 2 months ago, probably like a month and a half ago here in this house. I don't know, man. I was like, huh? And I know it happens, so I'm not like, ugh, but it just happens at the wrong time all the time, you know? But District 3, generally, you won't have brownouts. District 3 is pretty good. The local areas, they have brownouts all the time. all the time. So don't live in a real local area like District 8, District 9. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Ramel. But District 12 and all these other districts, okay? Like local, real local, where we don't live, okay? Thank you, Ramel. Appreciate you. Partner says, Guy, love it. And partner says, single family. Yeah, I would. So let me go back. Thank you for clarifying. Partner says, no expat in single family houses. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Again, they push a lot of apartments on us expats because it's just easier. Most of the locals, there's a ton of houses available. Seriously, there's a ton of homes available. It's just like with my house here, my wife and I needed to bring, we bought a refrigerator. We bought a bed. We bought everything except for the washer. That's it. But everything else we bought. I was like, okay, fine. And before, I was not down for doing that. But after having an apartment for the whole time I've been here, except for when I lived in the tier 3 city, I lived in a house as well by myself. It was a 4-story house, but it was like kind of run down. Not run down. It was not finished. And that cost me $5 million. So back then, and that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 5.5 years ago. Okay, my very first job. And so, yeah, I'm paying 11 now. And so and it's great. It's brand new. Brand new. So I'm happy. Appreciate that. All right, so let's do this because my voice is starting to give me some problems. Let me finish this up. Our last one is going to be who should live here or who should live where? It's important, guys. Forgive me. It's important where you pick. It's based on your lifestyle. Okay? Again, if you're new to Saigon, start somewhere short term. All right? Make sure it's in a convenient area where it has everything so that way you can test everything. Again, don't forget, you're new here. So my philosophy, Kevin, KT, my philosophy is your first month, you should be worried about getting your mind right, de-stress, get your belly right, remove the bacteria and get used to the new bacteria here in the food, okay? And make sure that you're rested, okay? And slowly, within the first month, heal yourself, HEAL, heal yourself, okay? From the West's bullshit. That's my philosophy. The first month, you have 3. The first month, you should be lightly looking for places, looking for jobs, all that stuff. Just decompress first, okay? Nothing is going anywhere. Just decompress first, and then you'll be able to think clearer, all right? Again, you're new here. This place is crazy, all right? Saigon, I'm talking about, okay? If you're a remote worker, make sure you prioritize quiet. It's important, okay? Make sure you prioritize your internet, the gym, all right? If you're a gym person, coffee places, food places, and your routine over your nightlife, okay? Again, your life is different as a remote worker than it is to someone like myself who works here, okay? Who worked here, okay? Because I don't work here no more. Let's go. Retirement, baby, off of teaching, okay? Dating focused. If you are dating focused, because a lot of y'all be out here dating blind, man, okay? Stay close to your girl. Stay close to the social areas, okay? Without making sure that you live in the chaotic areas, okay? You just a little bit of sprinkle, little nugget for you. Don't live where you, right? I'm going to let y'all finish that. Don't live where you, all right? And we all say, shmoo, okay? Good. Because, why? Because you know why, okay? Don't, where you're going to play, don't stay. All right. Number 4, for the families out there that are watching this, and for you for serious partners, okay? Either or. Consider space, schools, calm streets, healthcare, and your daily routine. Okay. Again, I recommend for families living in Tuduk. Okay. I recommend if you got some money, I recommend living in D7. Excuse me. I would recommend regular families living in District 7 and Tuduk. I would recommend if you are on the higher end, go live in District 7. Families live in District 7 and live in District 2, Tao Dian. Okay, for families. All right. As far as budget conscious people, folks, look for value pockets. Now, you can, like I said in the earlier live, you can live in District 1 and find something that is not super high, okay? That it's, it's reasonable, okay? Everything else outside of District 1 is pretty reasonable, okay? Every district has its ups, its highs, and it has its lows, but majority medium to low, okay? That's majority of districts. You got to find them, okay? That's why it's important to find the right real estate agent. Hit me up, okay? I got you. It's free, okay? Like, I'm not charging you anything. It's free, okay? Majority of the things I offer are free, okay? So use it, okay? All right. So if you guys have anything, I'll come back to that. If you guys have any questions about anything, hit me up here, okay? If you go onto the website, like I said, I built a website. All right. My main resources, go to my website, go to start here, and just go on the resource tab and go down. Okay. I showed you. Let me go here. Let me see. Let me bear with me here. Just bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me. I need to get rid of this. Okay, so let me go here. Let me go here and here. Okay, so I will take you guys real quick. I will take you guys to start here. Let me show you. Okay, so if you're not sure, so what brought you here, right? So if you want to go, if you're moving to Vietnam and you're interested, hit it, man. And this is the relocation. It'll take you to your relocation guide. Okay, relocation guide page. It'll tell you everything. Tons of information, guys. All right. Go to the resources. You want to check out some travel guides. Free travel guides there too. Okay. All right. So where are you headed? You want to go to Hanoi? Boom. Free travel guide for Hanoi, right? Premium one. Okay. Way more information in here. But you want that? Obviously, I have for Ho Chi Minh. Obviously, I have for Da Nang. Okay. But there's so much information here that you guys should go check out. If you guys want dating guides and information about dating, it's not just about guides. Go check it out. Okay. I've really put a lot of work in this. Okay. So if you guys are really serious about Vietnam and about dating and about traveling here, check this stuff out, man. All right. I mean, literally, this. My first one's coming. The video's coming. I'll be posting that probably tomorrow. All right. But these are the dating guides. This is the bundle. But let me get. Okay. Go check out my story. There's my beautiful wife. Okay. All right. I have free guides as well. All right. These are our complete guides. Okay. But these are free guides. Start with the free guides. Okay. And these are all broken down by age. Okay. This is not no AI bullshit. This is my words. Okay. from what I did, my experience, and I'm really breaking it down for you guys. So check it out. There's free stuff there for y'all as well. Okay. And then here's my email. Okay. I have one more winner I want to draw. Okay. Let me stop here. I have one more winner I want to draw. And again, if you guys want to get in, type guides. Okay. Just guides. GUIDE. All right. Into the comment section right now. Okay. You have 5 seconds to do. And then I'm going to pick my last winner. Okay. On the playback, 2 winners. You type in the comment section under the video, guide, and then it'll put you in, and then I will pick, and I will put the winners on my community tab. Okay. I will put the winners on my community tab. So you just type, if you're live with me right now, just type in GUIDE. I will give you one of those premium dating guides, 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, one of them, and I'll give you one, or I'll give you a travel guide, premium, Hanoi, Da Nang, or Ho Chi Minh. All you gotta do is type in right down here in the comment section of this live right now, guide, GUIDE, on the playback, put in the comment section, guide. All right. So let's see what we got here. Life is my man Life, winner Life. He's a winner. Our first winner. Life says, how does your stomach respond when you go to the States after living in Vietnam? Any soul food restaurants in Saigon? So the second one, yes. The second one, soul food. There are some. It's African food. I don't necessarily think it's soul food from the US. I don't think it's soul food. There is no soul food, actually. Okay. Unless it's new, unless they've popped up in the last year. I haven't seen any soul food. I've seen like Caribbean food. I've seen like African food, like from the motherland food. Okay. So yeah. But and then how does your stomach respond? I've never been back to the US after I left. It's been 8 years since I've been back. Since I left. I've never been back yet. I don't plan on ever going back unless my wife or my children want to go visit. But we're taking the steps behind the scenes to make sure that, or I'm taking the steps to make sure that she can at least get there. But other than that, I'm good. I said, peace. I'm out. I have nothing there I want. I don't miss nothing. Of course, I miss my family. But other than that, I don't miss nobody. All right. Appreciate you. AD says guide. Okay, I got you, AD. I got you. All right. So let me hold on. It kicked you out, AD, because you put spam. Let me go like this. Okay. All right, AD, you're back in. Okay. AD, don't put guide anymore. So all you gotta do is just do it one time, guys. Just do guide one time, and then on the back end, I'm looking at it. It'll log you in. Okay. So far I have 2 people that for one prize. That's good odds. All right. No, you don't need to retract it. It's cool. I did it on the back end. It's cool. So it looks like that's all I got for guides. So again, congratulations to the winners. And again, I will only do this one time a month. I might think about doing maybe one winner every week, to be honest. I'm thinking. I'll probably do one winner every week, to be honest. But I'll let you know. All right. So congratulations to Partner Boss. Congratulations. I love it. All right, I love it. So again, remember, all you have to do is email me, Kevin T. Let me see. Let me put that back up here. Let me put that back up. I didn't save it. Where is my? You know what? I'll just write it again. So I'll write it again. Kevin T. I keep wanting to do. I keep wanting to do my other businesses. I'm so used to. I never write this out. All right. Yeah. All right. There it is. Let's go like this. And all right. So there's my email. And obviously, what am I thinking? My email is right on the screen. Kevin T at the Story KT. Let me just do that one. Okay. So it's right there. Okay. Guides and contact. I forgot. Kevin T at the Story KT. All right. So you just let me know, partner. Of course. Of course. Woohoo! Woo! And AD, I'm gonna give you one anyways, brother, because you support anyways. So AD, shoot me over an email as well, just because you support the channel, and so I want to throw you one as well. So all you guys got to do is just hit me up, let me know which dating guide do you want, or which travel guide premiums that you want, and then I'll send it back to you on the email. All right. All right, man. So that looks like it's gonna do for me, man. I'm tired now. My voice is gone. You're welcome, AD. No worries. No worries. Got you, partner. All good. Yeah, man. I'm trying to help you guys. I'm getting better at this this whole YouTube thing. So I just want to help you guys, man. That's genuine. All right. So I don't. A lot of people talk shit on YouTube. So it comes with the territory. But I got mad love for my KT crew, for my people. All right. If you guys want to support the channel, hit that Cash App, $ the story of KT. Anything, I appreciate it, and I hope you guys really enjoy your weekend. AD, you as well. I see you. Enjoy your weekend, brother. God bless you all. And don't forget to like this on the way out and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 6,000. Can't believe it, man. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. And have a good night to some of you, and the rest of you have a good Saturday. Peace.